So it's a sad story. So I went on a date with a guy, and I wrote a joke about the date. And I just want to preface it with like, we write jokes, like that's what we do. Sometimes you embellish, like it's not necessarily like everything you're saying you believe. You just like write jokes because we tell jokes.
Yeah.
Okay. So went on a date with a guy, like truly a lovely guy. I just got so much comedy material out of the date because there were so many things he was telling me that I was like, this is so comical. He was, like pulling up pictures of him in bed with two girls. I mean, like, yeah, this is me. Just things that you go, interesting first date topics.
That's
interesting
so
things to talk
weird.
about. And sorry, my eyelashes are so long. And so I left that date having like a lot of like comedy. And eventually I wrote a joke about it. And I've performed it throughout the year, various shows. I'll do that joke. It'll pop up in my set from time to time. And at this OnlyFans taping, I thought, what a great place to do this joke, because it's kind of like, about a date and it ties into the theme, and then it's a joke that I'm happy to like share with the world now and burn it and like be done with it. Like I feel like I practiced it enough. It's ready to be taped.
This is the final show.
And when I tell you, I thought long and hard about what my set was going to be. Like I really thought about it, and like I really curated it and was like, this is the joke I'm going to end on. This is my closer. And I show up to the taping, and one of the girls on the lineup goes, Chase, I have something to talk to you about. My friend is on a first date tonight. She's inviting a date. He saw the lineup and he saw that you're on the show. He said that you guys went on a date and you have a joke about him. And I was like, oh my God, what? First of all, how does he know I have a joke about him? Because I've never posted this joke. So like, I don't know. That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
The whole how he knows I have a joke about him, which honestly probably made it less of a shock for him when he heard the joke. But then the pit in my stomach and like the knot and like the, oh my God, I have to stand on stage and tell a joke about a guy that for all he knew, it was a lovely date. Like I wasn't like, F you, you're the, like I had a lovely date. He wasn't for me. But like, and here I am just gonna like bash him. I go, went on a date with a guy, thought he was a catch. Guess what? And the audience goes, not a catch. I go, bingo. And then
No way.
And then I say all this stuff about the like specifics, like very specific things he told me. I didn't change any details, which I guess you're supposed to do, and like stuff like that. No details were changed. No names were changed. I tell you, this joke got 2 applause breaks.
Oh, thank God.
Well, this poor guy got 2 applause breaks while I'm making fun of him.
Yeah, but I said thank God. I could care less about him for this moment. I mean, when you're talking about somebody that's there and you're uncomfortable, you need it to go well. So he understands that what he did on that date was crazy. Otherwise, imagine if you didn't get a laugh and you just feel like an asshole. You know?
You're right.
The audience was validating you.
There were like then there were like things that were embellished, and I not embellished out of like nowhere. I went on another date that was no good, and I combined those two dates. So like I said things about our date that were actually about another date, but it didn't make sense for me to like say, and then this date I just combined them. So like I said some stuff about him being in a cult, which he was.
Guy 2.
No, guy 1.
Oh.
The guy.
CrossFit or like a real one?
A real cult.
Oh, wow.
And so I but then like I embellished only because it was another date. I wasn't lying, but he doesn't know that. He thinks now I'm just making stuff up, but like it's comedy.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
It's a written.
I say that he unfollowed me on Instagram. This was the other guy that did, but I said he unfollowed me. Like that, I felt so bad because I'm at a place in my career where I could use every follower I can get. And he's in a cult. He would follow anybody. Applause break. Again, applause break. And this poor boy, he's like, wait, I didn't even unfollow her. This isn't true. Like, I just felt so bad.
Damn.
My sister sat next to him. Coincidentally.
This keeps getting better.
I got off stage. I said, London, don't say a word. You're sitting next to him. And she goes, oh, him and the date were not laughing.
I was going to say, what did she say? Oh.
They weren't laughing.
I don't know what is more. I feel like it's equally uncomfortable because the girl now thinks everything you said is about him, number one. Number two, all of the things that were about him, I'm sure he did the exact same moves to this girl because I don't think that those...
I don't know. I think I provide a very safe space for guys on dates to open up. And I think he felt very safe to tell me these things.
So maybe not. And he shouldn't have felt safe around a comedian.
I mean, I was like, everything he was telling me, I think I was like laughing at it all. And like, I was like, tell me more. And like, oh my God. But it's because I'm just getting material.
Yeah, good shit.
I'm getting material. I think most girls wouldn't have like spent so long learning every detail about it.
Guys, if you're on a date, first 3 dates, don't show us any photos of you. Guys love showing photos of them when they were younger. Like kid
Yeah,
to
they
now.
do.
They
do.
I feel like all guys have this narcissistic thing about photos.
They love it.
They love it. It's so weird to me.
Well, that's better than showing you pictures of you and your ex. Don't do that.
Oh,
In
yeah.
bed. Don't do that.
That is so
Yeah.
weird. Were they dressed or was it like
No.
after sex kind
It
of
was
like
after, but it was him and the girls in bed. I mean, again, nothing wrong with that. I wasn't like, I'm offended. I just was like, this is funny,
funny.
and this is going to make it into a comedy set, and thank you. It wasn't like I didn't like him. Or like, he wasn't a bad guy at all. He just made it into my routine. And I think that's why I feel so bad because what a nightmare for him to sit there on a first date and have a girl roast him. Word like specifics. 2 years later, and I remember the exact name of his ex, and I'm saying it on stage.
Did you contemplate not doing the joke when you found out?
I did, but then I was like, I don't want to change what I'm gonna do because like I've planned this and I've prepped this so much, and like this was a choice for me to burn this now.
Yeah.
So no, I was just like, well, I'm probably gonna have 5 more minutes of material now of just like this
what just
happening. What just happened.
I mean, if you do the normal joke and then say you did a show and the guy was there, that's...
Because what's so crazy and why it was so shocking is like that date was 2 years ago, and I've like we don't follow each other on social media. Like we never we saw each other one time. Like he's not part of my life.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember like when she said his name. I was like, who is that? Like that he's that far removed from my life that it's so crazy he was there.
That's wild.
Wild.
What are the chances of that?
I hope he has a good story out of it.
He definitely does. At least his date does.
Well, I asked my friend, I said, oh my God, how did the date go? I hope I didn't ruin it. And she didn't write back.
Oh, no.
I ruined the date.
Well, also, if he's on a date with a girl that can't handle that jokes, then...
Yeah, I mean, my sister said they weren't laughing, but she was also like, it was probably really uncomfortable for the girl to laugh. Like, she probably didn't know what she could laugh at.
So also, when they're in the audience, he doesn't know if you're actually going to do the joke that night.
Yeah, like, what are the odds I'm also going to tell the joke? I have like an hour of material. I'm going to tell that specific joke at the taping. It's cruel. What I did is absolutely cruel.
It would be cruel if you didn't have it planned and then did it. That's cruel.
Oh.
What? That is cruel. This is just really funny timing.